I made a homemade barbecue seasoning and I made a homemade barbecue sauce. And we're gonna put these on some chicken legs and make the best smoked chicken you ever had. Today, we're making smoked chicken legs. We're using my Pit Boss Austin XL to smack some smoked flavor into this chicken. When you use my barbecue rub recipe and my barbecue sauce recipe, these glazed chicken legs are gonna become a family favorite. Are you ready? Let's get to smoking. So the first step in today's video is you're gonna go outside and find the stray cat in your... No? Wrong video? Okay. So the first step in today's video is we're gonna pat our chicken dry. So as you see here, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces of paper towel. You have to use 4 pieces. If you use 3, I will come and find you and give you another piece. You're just gonna squeeze the chicken drums, get it nice and dried off. You want it dried off because if it's too wet, you will have soggy skin. If you make soggy skin, nobody will come back to your barbecue. All right, so as you see, you have this piece of chicken. You really want to take and squeeze the skin all the way up. That's really important. So the seasonings we're going to be using today is a seasoning mixture that I made a few videos ago. So if you're curious how I made this, you can go ahead and watch that video. I'll leave a link down in the description. So now that you have your skin peeled all the way up, we're just going to go ahead and shake this out. When I'm doing chicken, I just kind of go nice and crazy like this. Just kind of hit the top a little bit. And then I take with my finger and just kind of spread it out around. You could take and roll your chicken on this little board and it will kind of soak up all those seasonings. And then again, just make sure that your skin is peeled all the way forward. And there we go. We have our seasoned piece of chicken. So now we're gonna go ahead and repeat the same process. Go ahead and take the skin, make sure you peel it up over the top. And we're gonna sprinkle, and there's no real rhyme or reason how to do this. We're just sprinkling, hot and heavy. This is barbecue chicken. You wanna get a nice little dry rub action on here. Make sure you get the top. And then go ahead and make sure it's just all patted in there. You can roll it around in that little mixture. Make sure you got the bone, and voila. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my chicken. I'm gonna do this kind of sped up for you guys because I don't want to bore you to death. Just go ahead and just plop a bunch of seasoning on there. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day while you're watching this video. I hope this inspires you to go and make some chicken because that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm cool, and you definitely want to be cool. I probably have too much words in here. Probably gonna cut a lot of this out, but it's okay. Just keep talking, just keep saying funny things. Please watch my video. Don't click off. If you click off, I will lose my self-esteem, my ego, and I'll cry for 3 weeks. All right. So here we go. Boom. We got all of our chicken seasoned. Let's get it on the smoker. So now that you finally caught the stray cat in your... No, wrong. Okay. Sorry, wrong video. Now that you have all of your chicken seasoned up, what you're gonna wanna do is go outside and fire up your smoker. Today we are gonna be using hickory pellets on my Pit Boss Austin XL, so let's go ahead and throw those in the hopper. Next, we're gonna turn on our Pit Boss and crank it up to 250 degrees. Once it starts up, it's gonna let out a lot of that thick, white, dirty smoke, so we're gonna go ahead and fan that out. And we're gonna wait till our smoker is burning a nice, clean smoke, then we're gonna go ahead and shut our lid down. Then at that point, we're gonna wait for our smoker to come up to 250 degrees. And now that is all done, it is time to go outside and get them on the smoke. Welcome to the outside world. We were in my kitchen, but now we are outside. Videography is incredible. Let's go ahead, open this up, and get it on. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I'm gonna do something pretty ballsy here. I'm gonna try something new. Let's get our chicken on. And that's how they're gonna smoke. Except maybe I'll move this around just a little bit. But hey, it kind of worked. If you had like 100 pieces on here, it worked pretty good. Let's go ahead and let them smoke. So just to give you guys an idea of how long this is gonna take to smoke, this could take anywhere from about 90 minutes to 2 hours. Maybe even just a little bit past 2 hours, depending on how your smoker is doing, what temperature it is outside. There's a lot of different variables. That is why it is so important that you need to buy a really good thermometer to make sure that your meat is fully cooked and that it's at that right internal temperature to make it nice and juicy the way that you like it. So I have some links down in the description. You can go ahead and get my Thermapen that I use down in that description. When you do that, it helps out my channel. I get a little bit of money. It doesn't cost anything extra for you guys, but you know, it enables me to be fat. So if you want to enable a fat guy, go ahead, buy a thermometer. So given that it's going to take about 90 minutes to 2 hours, we're going to come out about the 1 hour mark and we're going to do a check on this just to see how it's looking, what our internal temperature is. So let's jump to 1 hour. Alrighty guys, we are at the 1 hour mark. Let's go ahead and open up our Pit Boss and see how our chicken's looking. All right, you guys, let's open this bad boy up and take a look-see. And if you go ahead and pet your chicken, you'll notice that your rub is pretty much set on here all the way. That's really good. You want to do that before you start saucing. So let's go ahead here. We're gonna start the sauce here in a few minutes. I'll see you guys in a few. All right guys, so here we are with my homemade barbecue sauce. I did tweak this recipe just a little bit from the one that I posted a few weeks ago because if I'm being honest, I never really use the same barbecue sauce twice when I make it at home. I am always tweaking and changing things because I'm trying to find the perfect sauce. And when I do make the perfect sauce, I'm gonna be sure to do my best to get it bottled and to sell it because I think that'd be super cool. It'd help out the channel. If you guys buy it, it would help me go full time on YouTube, and I'd be able to make a bunch of these videos every single week, and I might get fatter and I might get happier. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'll make sure I leave in the description the exact recipe to the sauce that I made today. So let's go ahead and sauce up this chicken. Now that we're at about like the hour, 15 hour, and 20 minute mark. And all I'm gonna do is mix this up. Make sure your sauce is not cold. This is at about room temperature. We're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get a nice little paint on here. You don't wanna go too thick, you don't wanna go too thin. You just wanna go just about right. Kind of get a nice little glaze on there going, because we're gonna come out and do this again in about 20 minutes or so. So now, got that. We're just gonna keep saucing these bad boys up. Starting to get a little windy out here. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sauce the rest of these up off camera, and I'll see you guys back in a few. All right, you guys, so it's been about an hour and 40 minutes now on our barbecue chicken. We're gonna go ahead and give it a second glaze and see what the internal temperature is. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the pit boss and take a look at our chicken. As you see, this is looking beautiful right now. It has some of that sticky tacky glaze on it. Let's go ahead and see what our temperature is. And as you see, we're pushing up there right around, you know, a good 169, 170 degrees. Let's check this guy. Get down the meat away from the bone. And this one's about 163. Let's check this guy. This guy's at 166. So these are all good to come off in about a few minutes. But before we take them off, I'm just gonna go ahead and paint these guys up real quick and let them sit on here for about another good 5 minutes or so. Just let them soak up a little bit more of the sauce. Putting this glaze on here, it's gonna caramelize on here. It's gonna create some of that nice black little char. It's a bunch of ooey gooey goodness. And by putting the sauce on here and letting some smoke get on it, it's just gonna create a nice little sticky, flavorful outside layer. I like to do this instead of, you know, putting my chicken that just has dry rub on and then dunking it in sauce. I really prefer to just get it this way. So we're gonna go ahead and call this good. I'm gonna come back out in about 5-10 minutes and take these off. Now you're gonna go ahead and take your tweezers and get your chicken off. It's been about 10 minutes that it's been on with that second coat of glaze on there. Let's go ahead and get it off. But before we take them off, just take a quick look at how juicy and saucy and beautiful these little pieces of chicken look. I'm gonna smash them. So this is the fun part. Just gonna take our tweezers. We're just gonna grab it off, and don't tell me that they're not tweezers. They're tweezers. If I want them to be tweezers, that's what they are, okay? They're not tall to tweezers. Look at that. That's some nice chicken right there. Let's go inside and eat it. So the only thing that we need to end this video is not a stray cat, just one fat guy and a piece of chicken. Lucky for you, sitting at home or sitting in your desk at work or sitting in your car going on the way to pick up a stray cat from the shelter, we're gonna go ahead and take a bite. But before we do, I want you to come and take a look at how delicious these look. These look so amazing. That sauce is completely caramelized all over this chicken. I know it's absorbed a lot of smoke, and I know it's gonna sit just right in my mouth. So now we got our nice hot little piece of chicken here. So all I have to do is go ahead and take a bite. Cheers. When you guys come and see how juicy this is, this chicken's super, super juicy. You see it's super moist, it just peels right apart. Ow, it's so hot, dang it. Ah. You squeeze it, juices just run everywhere. So there's a couple things that need to be said about this chicken. Other than that, it's really, really good. The smoke flavor in here is just right. The sauce on the outside of here has such a nice little spice and kick to it. It's caramelized on there, so it's nice and sticky, just the way I want my hands to be when I eat barbecue. The chicken is moist. It's very tender. Then that barbecue rub that we coated on here just tastes absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna go ahead and just find a different piece. I'm gonna take the small little guy. I mean, look at this. Just super caramelized sauce. It's just nice and wet and moist. And I don't know about you, but when I eat barbecue chicken, I don't want a dry rub. I mean, sometimes I do. I want a dry rub if I'm gonna dunk it in like a sauce or something like that. Maybe if it's like a wing and I'm gonna put it in blue cheese or ranch. But when I'm eating like a barbecue chicken leg like this, I want it saucy. So I could do this. And then when I'm done, my hands just covered in sauce. You get to lick them. Then you got the sauce on your lip. If you're growing out a beard, just got sauce all on your beard. Maybe that's annoying to you, but I like it. This is a good chicken, man. This is gonna end my little series that I have going on. We started out with some homemade barbecue sauce. Then we made some homemade barbecue rub. Then I made a pork butt using that rub and sauce. Now I made some chicken using that rub and sauce. So we're on to bigger and better things on this channel. Not that this wasn't a bigger and better thing, but I have a lot of cool ideas, a lot of cool little series I wanna do, cool little one-off videos. This is officially football season, so you better believe, you better bet, I don't know what to say, that I'm gonna have a lot of finger food videos coming out, things that I like to enjoy and eat during the football season. And I just so happen to be from Illinois, so don't unsubscribe to the channel, but I'm a Bears fan. You can either feel sorry for me because we suck, show me some sympathy. Our team sucks. At least I have good food to watch while I watch my team lose in the fourth quarter in the last 2 minutes, because that's what happens every freaking time. They do good all the way to the end, and they just lose. I would bet money that there is not any team that has lost more games in the fourth quarter than the Bears. If there's a statistic person out there that knows these stats, drop it down below in the comments. I would love to know, because I believe I'm probably right. My grandpa, as a kid, when we were growing up, he called the Bears the team of heart attacks because he felt like he was legitimately going to have a heart attack every time he watched the Bears, because you just get so happy, so joyful as you're watching them. Like, yeah, we're gonna win. And then like fumble, interception, return for thing, you know, touchdown thing, whatever. And then you just lose. At least you got barbecue chicken while you lose. You know, you can be fat and happy and watch your team lose. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna get back to doing whatever it is fat people do. You know, eat chicken, I guess. So I hope you guys subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with your friends. Hope you have a great day, night, whatever time it is when you found this video. And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.